And a good morning, a good day to all, and welcome to another tropical update from Cayman Hurricane Center. And folks, as you could see there in the breaking there, Hurricane Ernesto has officially made landfall this morning in the British Overseas Territory of Bermuda. As we could see here on the map here, our Hurricane Ernesto there. Again, folks, Ernesto has weakened a bit from earlier. Earlier, it did become a 100-mile-per-hour Category 2 hurricane. Since then, the system has now weakened to a Cat 1. However, nevertheless, a very big and impactful Hurricane Ernesto, and again making its landfall there on Bermuda. Again, as of the latest advisory here for Ernesto, 32.3 north, 64.8 west, currently sitting on top of Bermuda. Winds at 85 miles per hour, the movement north-northeast at 9 miles per hour. This is actually slower than what Ernesto was moving at earlier as it was making its approach to Bermuda. It is expected, as we could see here in the forecast, to remain on a relatively slow speed until later Sunday afternoon, Sunday evening into Monday. Then it should start to move a bit more quicker northeasterly up and out. Again, the hurricane warning still remains in effect for Bermuda, as we may be able to see here the red highlighting the hurricane warning for Bermuda at this time. Again, folks, as we could see here with the forecast, and as noted, a slow movement northeast for the remainder of today into Sunday, and then a quicker speed going forwards as we get later into Sunday, late Sunday into Monday and onwards here, passing close to the Canadian Maritimes here, and then pulling off towards the east. Again, expected to remain pretty much over near Bermuda throughout the remainder of the day. And then again, Monday getting into Tuesday is when we're expecting it to be near or to the east of the Canadian Maritimes. Again, we also note here, folks, that little change in strength is expected through the day. We could see some re-intensification here late Sunday into Monday. Through Monday here, as barrelinic forcing of frontal system here that's dragging this system up, and the eventual transition of this system to post-tropical or extratropical cyclone may allow this to intensify a little bit as we go forward. So we'll be watching that. The other thing too is that this system is a very large tropical cyclone. The hurricane force winds extending 70 miles from the center, tropical storm force 240 miles from the center. We also note as the system continues to move up and then intensifies a little bit more, that barrelinic forcing should allow the system to grow in size too as it gets up into the northwestern and northern Atlantic. So we're going to be watching that as we go forwards. We do note that, again, observations from Bermuda, we note the National Museum there reporting a central pressure of 972 millibars. Again, folks, we are expecting that hurricane conditions will continue in Bermuda for the next several hours. And again, the strong winds will continue through pretty much most of today. Of course, with this, a dangerous storm surge is expected to produce some significant coastal flooding there on Bermuda, areas of onshore flow. Now, with the system on its approach, of course, the onshore flow the was out of the south, moving into the system. But now that the system is over Bermuda, and as it eventually moves on the northern side of Bermuda and pulling away north and east, that onshore flow will be on the northwest and western side of Bermuda. And then as it pulls further away, we do expect to see that again getting onto the northwestern and northern side of Bermuda as the system pulls north and east. So that is something that we're going to have to watch closely as we go, folks. So it's not just a one part of Bermuda that will be affected by the storm surge, but again, all sides of Bermuda will be getting in on that storm surge action. And of course, the surge will be accompanied by large and destructive waves. Now, with that being noted, swells by Ernesto are affecting portions of the Bahamas and are affecting the east coast of the U.S. and eventually will affect the Canadian Maritimes as we go forward. So we're going to be watching that as we go. So Ernesto is expected to produce rain accumulations of 6 to 9 inches. That'd be 150 to 225 millimeters over Bermuda. And the rainfall will likely result in considerable life-threatening flash flooding, especially in areas of low-lying land. Now, of course, folks, just having a look here of our system, we could definitely see the eye there in Bermuda. It's not as cleared out as it was earlier, but we could definitely see that our eye of this hurricane is sitting within this area here. And again, currently calmer conditions there than what they had earlier. But of course, as the system pulls away, we'll be getting more and more of that flow moving into Bermuda. That flow there, sorry, getting my pen out here. The flow coming out of there at the moment. Then as this pulls up, we're going to get more of that flow coming into Bermuda there. And as it pulls further away, we'll be getting more of that and some more of that coming in there as it pulls further away. Again, this will be a long process. Throughout the day, Bermuda will be stuck in the middle of this here. So looking in its forecast here, folks, we could tell here that, again, slow movement through Bermuda, passing just south of the Canadian Maritimes. Eventually, this will get into the vicinity of the United Kingdom as a extratropical cyclone. We're watching that. It'll likely be a weakened cyclone at that time, maybe bringing storm force winds there to the United Kingdom. So we're going to be watching that as we go forwards here, folks. Again, we did have the Hurricane Hunters flying in, and the mission just before landfall, we could see sort of movement of the system more or less towards northeast with a little bit of wobble here and there. New recon heading in there now. We'll eventually see what comes of that. But folks, that is the update at this point in time. Again, we'll have further updates later on today. Also, we may potentially have some reports coming on the ground there in Bermuda, so do stand by for that.